Star Trek will not be presented tonight, so that we may bring you the following special program.
Word Balloon is brought to you by the League of Word Balloon Listeners. It's the nation's second longest running comic convention. It's Ithacon, April 27th and 28th at the campus center of Ithaca College. Tickets are just $20, $5 for kids 17 and under. Order tickets now at ithacon.org. Featured guests include the legendary Walt and Louise Simonson, DC comic vets Shelley and Philip Bond, Dean Haspiel, Mike Gold, the classic Spider-Man and Superman writer Roger Stern, Megaton Man's Dom Simpson, Star Trek's DS9 J.G. Hertzler, and many more. This year we'll have amazing comic public Blue World and SHP. There'll be cosplay contests, panels, kids' activities, and more. Plus, Ithacon is offering swag bags for the first 200 attendees to buy tickets. These overstuffed swag bags offer over $30 value in comics, books, and more. It's Ithacon, April 27th and 28th at the campus center of Ithaca College. Order tickets now at ithacon.org. Welcome back, everybody. It's time again for another Trek Watch. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. Man, a lot of holidays and events conflating the next couple of days, including today. But we got Mitch, we got Wayne, we got Franco. And sure, I won't deny, I celebrated 420. I also celebrated local record shop day.
Ooh. So you just rolled up a big fat vinyl and smoked the shit out of it?
Now, if you remember, the Cheech and Chong album, Big Bamboo, had rolling papers in it.
Oh, I did not know that.
There you go, man. So, just saying.
I like the fact that we're all here on a Saturday night because we don't go out.
Well, as John found out when he called and said, "Can we do this tonight?" My wife goes, "Well, there goes your night of crazy monkey love." And we laughed and laughed.
I did laugh. I laughed very hard. Sharon, I was very impressed. That was very good. Sharon did good.
That wasn't going to happen. But Chem Dog's here, and that's what makes it all even better. It's like having Michelob. Tonight's kind of special.
I actually always liked Michelob. I always felt Michelob like they tried to make it upscale Budweiser, but I'm like, actually, like
it wasn't the champagne of beer, but you know.
I was going to say which one. Miller's a champagne of beer, right?
Right, it's damn right.
Absolutely. Yeah. What kind of Canadian beer slogans do we have, Wayne, for Labatt and Dust? And they're like, I was going to say Dos Equis, idiot. That's a fine Canadian
border. It's the other border.
I don't think we really have slogans other than just drink.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Labatt, just drink.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know.
All I know is our stuff is stronger than yours.
Oh come on now.
Absolutely.
Your beer is water.
Yeah. You know, it's not the champagne of Star Trek, John. Discovery.
Yeah, I know. We could talk about episode 3 and episode 4 tonight.
Oh, please do.
Oh, has it been 4 episodes?
Yeah. They've already gone through.
Or they did the double header on. And I don't know in Canada, Wayne, but down here it was 2 episodes dropped the first day.
Yeah, no, 2 episodes dropped the first day. Okay, no, it just, I don't know, it feels longer.
Believe me,
you feel like you're in a time bubble? Is that
exactly.
They dropped all right.
I've ran out of ideas, so let's just rehash something from short treks.
Yeah, well, or there's a bunch of different time things. I don't mind. Listen, I don't mind time travel or even done this way as a trope. It's fine. I just wish I liked these characters more, and maybe I would have actually liked this episode more. But they get in their own way. I was saying to the guys off air that as much as I appreciate Anthony Rapp he's a one-note reaction guy when it comes to being Stamets. He's got that look that is the combination of confused and constipated. That's, I mean, it's just like, dude, like, emote, do something for God's sake.
And then his buddy there, the doctor, every line he delivers like this: "We're all gonna die," and it's great. Isn't it fantastic?
Baron Underbite. Yeah.
I'm dying right now, but I'm happy about it.
It's 4:20 every day on Discovery for him.
Apparently, I was talking about him, and he was on a show when he was a kid called My So-Called Life.
Oh, I didn't remember that. That's amazing.
Yeah, he was one of the characters. And I said, did he talk like that back then? Where, he's just always smiling, no matter how bad things are. His line deliveries like this.
That was the Claire Danes show. Before.
Yeah, it was with Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Freaking
me out. Get out of Wilson Cruz mode. That's like Wilson Cruz. That would be Wilson Cruz control. Thank you.
The whole show, I'm going to be like this.
Please don't. Don't do that. You're freaking me out, man.
Oh, if you're going to do that, I'm just going to start reading the Rob again.
I'm on morning TV. Have you ever noticed our morning TV shows? They all just smile.
Yeah, of course.
No matter what happens.
It's Angel Smile Time, that great episode where he turns into a puppet.
Guy just set himself on fire. It's great.
By the way, another thing that they waited till season 5 for, Strange New Worlds, I'm looking at you. It was so funny. Wayne and I were talking back and forth. And I'm like, Anthony Rapp. Well, he sings really well, sir. Yeah, I know. But that's not why I watch him, for Star Trek. Oh, and and I go, so does Coming to Terrificon. Help me out.
So that would be Celia Rose Gooding.
Yes.
Who plays Uhura.
When is Terrificon? When is that?
That would be August 16th to the 18th. It's right after Ithacon, which I hear is the longest running con in the country, apparently. Something like that.
Second
longest one.
Yeah.
But it's great, though. Everything's great. It's terrific.
Thank you. What was he? But also, and then he's like, well, Issa Baronis can sing too. Again, that's not why I come to Star Trek. I was saying, if they had really set out with all the musical people that they cast in this, and really wanted to do a full season or a musical special, I'd be much cooler than these people when it comes to what they gave us on their shows. Sorry.
Doesn't that tell you a story, though, that they hired all these musically inclined people for this show, haven't done a musical here, but all the other shows where everybody else can't sing, they did the musical stuff. Anyway,
you're freaking me out, man. You're freaking me out.
You know what else would have meant more? This episode wasn't that bad, except for the fact that I didn't like any of the characters. But the other thing that would have, that would have really gone a long way with this is if I knew any of the members.
They went through the list of everybody.
No, yeah. I said that to a friend of mine.
Season 5, we got the list of everybody. Yeah,
I'm on the phone with my buddy who loves Star Trek, and he comes to the show every year. He's a huge Trekkie, and I'm on the phone with him, and I have to describe the physical appearance of the characters because I still do not know, other than Michael Burnham and
Saru.
Oh, you must know Linus by now.
Saru. What now?
Linus.
That's what I was going to say. Bug-eyed alien Linus. It's fine.
Yeah, but we know Linus now because he's appeared in a couple episodes in a row, and they've said his name multiple times.
The guy with the weird ears that I can't stand. That's his name, Linus? Like Peanuts?
No, the alien guy.
That's Rainer. The alien. He's been on.
The guy
he's
with
the bug-eyed alien.
Yeah, he's the bug-eyed alien. Yeah.
I did not know that's what his
He's the
name
one that
was.
sneezed.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
Well, I have two. I actually have a couple theories. This is not the grunge theory yet, Wayne. Now, coming up, my theory about grunge and this current story arc of Discovery. But first, regarding the bridge crew, I don't know how many lines it is, but I know there's a SAG payment rule that if you're under, let's say, 5 lines, you're paid this scale. But if it's over, you have to pay even more. But it's still a minimum. And I believe that a lot of these actors are under these contracts because I haven't really given a real dialogue line count, but it sure seems like they barely have anything to say 5 goddamn years into this thing, and it's so annoying. But I'm like, maybe this is another cost-cutting move, if you will. All right, Mitch, seriously, you got to stop.
I'm just happy to be here, John. It's Saturday night. This is the only smile I'm getting on my face tonight, buddy.
Well,
It's like this. It's like this, right? We all talk like this now.
I can't look at the camera.
We all talk like Bobby Boucher.
Okay. What happened last week? Because that was another. Oh, wait. Part of the.
I'm ready because I got stuff about last week. Go ahead.
Part of the great the mystery, the Raiders Lost Ark thing, where we're trying to find all the pieces of the Ark.
The progenitor, the progenitor.
The progenitors. That was so important that we actually had a tie-in to the little Rubik's Cube thing that they found. But other than that, I'm trying to think what even happened.
This week or last week?
No, last week. What happened?
Last week
they were on Trill.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, okay. So I got in a whole fight about this because the Trills, as we recall, remember there was Jadzia Dax, who was once Curzon Dax, and then she turned to Ezra Dax. And when she did that, her personality changed, and she couldn't marry Worf anymore because it was a different person altogether. And like the time Riker had the Trill inside of him, and he was with Crusher, and then they put it inside a woman, and Crusher said, "No, I don't go that way," and everything changed. Everything, right? So, why?
Well done, by the way. Go on.
Thank you. So why does Gray the one with the Trill? Right?
Yeah, Gray's a Trill.
One that stayed. Okay, I'm just making sure because I don't know who the hell's who.
Yes. And go on.
She stayed there. She temporarily had a symbiote in her.
Forgive me, it's
him, them.
And he does identify, even though he's a trans actor, the character identifies as he. Don't want
he does?
Yeah, don't want any negative male. Well,
all right.
Adira refers to Gray as he.
As he.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Go on. Excuse me.
All right. Okay. So
the person.
No. Let me just do the name. So Gray is the one that had the symbiote. Okay. Right?
No, Adira, the with the buzz cut, is the human that carries the Trill, that carries the symbiote currently. Because Gray died, I don't remember.
Okay.
I forgot that episode.
Isn't Gray a synthoid?
Yes.
Wait.
So why is he on Trill?
Wait. What?
Because something happened to Gray's human form, and when we are introduced to Gray and Adira, Gray is a spirit that only Adira can communicate with.
That's right.
And then they create a synth body. And they put Adira's consciousness.
You're right. You're totally right. I remember that because we like she's crazy. She's seeing stuff, and then he's seeing stuff, and
know, either they conveniently forget that wrinkle, or they've decided to abandon it because now she is in training to eventually get her own new symbiote.
That's what I was sitting there watching it, going, "Well, wait a second. If that's the case, there's no more relationship between Gray and Adira, and besides, now you just said one's a synthoid, which I totally forgot. So I'm like, what the hell's going on now? Because I was sitting there going, I don't understand. I thought once they switched the places with the symbiote came out of them, and then I don't know who's going on. But
I didn't
think
that
storyline was just nuts. That was it. That bothered me. I'm like, this is not adhering to the ground rules that they established. This is their freaking show, their playbook. I'm just watching what they tell me how it works, and now they're telling me fuck. I'm sorry, that doesn't work anymore.
Well,
or they didn't remember it, or they didn't sit there and go, hey, didn't we do an episode years ago on Deep Space Nine about this?
Of course they did, and that's what I was going to say. I give them partial credit for evoking Jantara, which I do think is a fun Trill symbiote. More Trill, component to their past lives. That's one of my favorite DS9 episodes when everybody is an aspect of Dax.
Yeah.
And, Odo becomes Curzon and everything. Fantastic. Really great. Good, deep characterization. I don't know how I feel about Wilson Cruz's Jantara symbiote performance. Because remember, to get the information, they got to talk to this one elderly Trill's symbiote or past life. So they do the Jantara, Wilson Cruz, and that's okay. That's all. That's how DS9 worked. It didn't have to be another Trill or a specific alien race. Cisco, the whole cast took on aspects of Dax. So I'm cool with that. But I do think that, man, Wilson Cruz is getting heaps of praise basically just playing his version of Bing Crosby. Hey, how you doing? I'm a Trill, and I got a little symbiote inside of me. But I think life is really, when you think about it, it's very beautiful here in the bop 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 bop. And I'm just like,
Can I ask
all
a
right,
question? Who's Wilson Cruz?
Culver.
He's the
Culver.
doctor.
The doctor.
Right.
That guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I didn't know. Now I was getting really worried because I'm like, wait, there's another guy's name I didn't hear
Yeah,
around the
Wilson
show.
Cruz is Pablo Cruz's son. You might remember him from the yacht rock era of
Did
the
not know that.
1960s. Yes. So.
Huh. So anyway,
and Julio
episode-
Cruz's uncle, who played second base for the White Sox for many years.
that episode was so boring. I told you I turned it off before the opening credits, like when the little ship goes by. And I said, I'm going to have to watch this later on. And then I told Franco I fell asleep, and then I went to watch. I had to go 3 viewings to get through a 45-minute show, basically.
I hear you, because
it was like watching paint dry, man.
Well,
There was nothing compelling.
Should we talk about Rayner, the Captain Rayner, now the number one to Burnham on Discovery? I forget, do you remember the actor's name, Wayne?
Not
that I'm profiling.
Colin Keith Rennie.
One more time.
Colin Keith Rennie.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. Not that I'm profiling you as
what does it say? What does it say about him that he didn't even want to get to know any of the bridge members?
I know.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's a good take on it. Yes.
He knew as much as we did about them. Like, oh, that guy likes this, and this one likes that, and this one likes
my character represents the audience. They don't give a shit either.
Right. Honestly, that's a good point, because
I want that on the Ready Room. I want that when has he gone on the. By the way, did you notice they cut the Ready Room now? It's only 15 minutes.
I don't even see it.
Oh, thank God.
Well, I think you got to kind of hunt for it. Canadian
used to go right into it on the other ones. They would like end.
I know, but I don't know. I have to admit, I haven't really hunted for it on the Paramount website, but I ended up finding it, as I do sometimes, on YouTube. So. Okay. But yeah, it's only 15 minutes long now. Isn't this great? They cut my time. Yes. What are you going to do? But it's funny, Mitch, because much like you, on the 4th episode, the time bug episode, I was annoyed after 10 minutes, and I had basically stopped at the opening credits, and I'm like, I don't know if I can help right now.
I told you guys what happened to me with my PVR. My PVR stopped taping it at around the 8-minute mark, going, I'm out.
It didn't want to watch it. It got self-aware.
I was watching hockey. No, I was watching something else. Well, hockey wasn't on. But you see the red light. And then all of a sudden I look down, the red light's no longer there. I'm going,
Leisure.
But Discovery's it's still on.
Well,
I turned the TV on. I turned to the channel. I'm going, it's still there, but it's not recording. So I had to catch the repeat.
It's
better.
At least as Skynet slowly takes over the world, we know Skynet has good taste.
And how could they screw up a time travel episode? Even Time's Arrow, which is one of the weakest of all the time travel, when they met Samuel Clemens.
I like that episode, but go on.
And I'm just saying, every time I heard time travel, I always love those shows. I'm like, oh, this is going to be so good. And then when they started doing that little flish back and forth, I go, oh, maybe they're going to bump into the Enterprise C because that's going to tie into the whatever Section 31 show. And I'm like, oh, maybe they're going to go back. And then I'm like, wait a minute, they're even screwing up a time travel show. You know,
felt like the same episode.
Tell me
how did they screw up a time travel? Well, like Franco said, nobody, you don't care about anybody. You don't even know anybody. So there's no in jeopardy because you really don't care if anybody lives. You're like, oh,
well, you're right. I hear you what you're saying, but like aside from that, one little thing that really drove me nuts was one of the first jumps when they're back in San Francisco is they're going to christen Discovery or whatever. Yeah. And the guy sees them in the 31st century or 32nd century uniforms, and it's completely like, what big deal. And it's like even the deltas are wrong. I mean, that's the thing, man. They're not even deltas anymore. There's some sort of other weird shape because, again, merchandising before story. This is how they operate, which drives me insane. And I don't know, again, I don't know what to say other than that really did it. Because it's like, God, you can't even keep something that simple. Later on, they do make a point of, Linus in the turbo lift. Oh, red's your color, sir. Whatever. Also, again, much like the Flash movie, you have two versions of a character I'm not a big fan of, and that's young Burnham and old Burnham fighting each other and yelling at each other. And it's like, this is the Flash all over again. Thank God it's not going to be 2.5 hours.
Again, in telling how characters are and what they think about the show themselves, the robot lady, whose name I never learned, she's like, "Oh, well, you're going to die." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm okay with that." Like, I've been on the show.
Remember, she has a she has like a low bandwidth or whatever. She only has so much memory space, and she has to purge memories to make room for the new stuff. So, but again, as they said, if everything goes right, none of this is going to exist anyway. So, I just wish I liked these characters more. Like we've said, the nameless bridge crew.
Dude, I didn't even remember that character. I had to call my buddy up. I go, when was that character on the show? He goes,
Robot Girl?
The robot one. It said got killed in the second season. I go, I don't even remember that character. I was like, huh?
And then she becomes the blonde in the third.
Her funeral was almost as long as Spock's funeral.
Yeah, remember we complained about
in Wrath of Khan. And it's like, we don't know who this woman is.
Yes.
Really, I remember walking on the beach with Robot Girl, and she needed oil, so I lubed her up. And, it's like, that's great. We don't know. We don't care. Oh.
I was really like, wow, I must have been like COVID fog because I had no idea. I said, wait, isn't that the guy that's on Orville? Oh, no, wait, that's the other character because he's more emotional. Yeah.
Which guy?
The robot guy.
The robot lady. Yeah.
Isaac. I remember Isaac more than
Isaac.
And I'm like, wait a second. I'm thinking of the wrong show. Who is this person? And I'm like, I don't remember this at all. I remember Spock had a beard. I remember they went to Talos 4. I remember the Red Angel. I remember. And when they said Lorca's name, I actually got excited. I said, oh my God, they're going to bring Lorca on the show. They go, oh no, he's off it right now. I'm like, oh, fine. Why even mention him? Why, just to get my hopes up and shit on him. Right? Lorca.
Yeah, but Mitch, honestly, and I appreciate your creativity. It shows how much more creativity and engineering you have
than these
writers. Because no way in hell was going to tie into Section 31. Give me a break. They're not that smart, Mitch. They are not that smart. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. And I wish it was better.
And the whole bit where he's interviewing the crew for 10 seconds, dude, it's a total ripoff of the Ronnie Cox character from Chain of Command. Whoever he's that hard-ass guy. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, but it's a reverse mirror image, Mitch, because it took Riker an episode and a half to finally get the balls to go, I don't like you. Yeah. And that's fine. Tilly, it took 10 seconds. All right, sir. I don't mean to, be insubordinate or permission to speak freely. And she does. I didn't give you permission, which was fantastic.
She's ballsy. That's why I like her.
But also in the time jump episode, Raynor is like, hey, to all of them about callbacks of their 20 words or less, which on the one hand, okay, that's cute. But it again underlines that 5 damn years and we still don't know these people. And it's like, well, you know something? Here's something. This is from 2 episodes ago. Okay, great. Gee, I'm really glad you brought that up.
Freaking time bug thing.
Hated it.
Never saw it in the history of Star Trek. Fine, that's okay. It's a strange new
because they sell them on the black market in the future, Mitch. They said
yeah. Hold on, Mitch, because they did say, and I think they cover because I want to hear the rest. I think they covered their ass with that. When they dropped, it came from the temporal Cold War. And it's like, okay.
When he said that, he explains, goes, oh, this was used as a weapon during the Cold War. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool because it does tie into Enterprise a little bit. Right. We get a little bit of that
which
stuff.
Was 24th century, so it's after Discovery's time, but enough in the future that it's old tech.
No, it's not after Discovery's time. Enterprise takes place before Discovery.
No. What I'm saying, hold on. What I'm saying, remember Ensign Daniels, who is from the future? He's from the 24th or 5th century. I forget which one, Wayne. Wayne, would you mind doing a memory alpha and tell me when Daniels is from? But he's from Enterprise's future and Next Generation's future. He's, but it's still in the past to where we currently are in Discovery. I know. As O'Brien said, I hate quantum mechanics. Yes.
Dude, it's a stretch.
So,
It's a stretch. But
well,
then
it works for me. But go ahead.
But then they end up killing it.
What?
The bug. They got rid of it. They they did to it.
So,
well, they had.
Well, we don't kill anything on Star Trek Discovery. Everybody's.
It wasn't a real bug. It was like a drone, a nanite or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You just needed a big can of Raid. Is that a big shoe? They just need to get a big shoe.
Whatever. Yeah, Chem Dog, as he said, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. Yeah, which is fine. Again, I see a through line, but
they screwed up. All I know is they screwed up a time travel show, and I'm thinking, well, it's par for the course. Just add it to the rest, and wait till the Mirror episode happens.
Well, that up
too.
I know, and it probably will suck. I'll be shocked.
Do you want to know what century he was from, John?
Yes, please.
31st.
No, wait, Daniels is from the 31st century?
Temporal agent known as...
What happened?
Wayne's in the Phantom Zone.
Oh, the temporal police guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, they don't want us to know what happened.
Why me? Doctor. That's more Froggy from the Little Rascals than Doctor Who. Oh, Doctor. God, I don't know if you guys get, because I think it's on MeTV Plus, the third MeTV channel. But from midnight my time till 2 a.m., they do 2 hours of the Stooges, the Little Rascals, and Laurel and Hardy, and it's fantastic. All short subjects, and that reminded me of when Froggy drinks castor oil and he's talking to somebody on the phone, and he goes, "Oh, Doctor."
Froggy got run over by a car. That's how he died.
Honestly, it's grisly, but the true Hollywood story.
He's playing Frogger.
Nice.
Yeah, he forgot to jump.
Wow. Oh,
that's awful. I'm sorry. Too soon.
That's terrible. I can't believe you said that about Froggy.
Think about it. Robert Blake, one of the last surviving our gang guys.
He's dead too.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of a rough last couple of years. That's the name of that tune. But God, so
I think they're all dead now, right?
I think so.
Darla taught at our college back in the 80s. She was a teacher.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Somebody said,
that's interesting.
That's Darla. I'm like, oh, shit, it is Darla.
Oh, shit, it is Darla.
No, I think they're all, Spanky McFarlane's dead.
Definitely dead.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think they're all passed away at this point.
Yeah, I think so, too. I believe that's correct.
I think Robert Blake was the last
No,
one.
you know who just died? Who was the last one? Was Gene Reynolds. MASH's producer, Gene Reynolds, was Woim's buddy. Or no, but he was Woim. He was Butch, and he was the sidekick. When he go, come on, Woim. Woim was Gene Reynolds.
I had no idea. The TV director?
Yeah. Yep. That's how he hired Jackie Cooper.
I was going to say, Jackie Cooper was a yeah.
Oh, yeah, big MASH director, big television director in general. And a fine Perry White.
And McLean Stevenson hated him.
Did he really want?
Because he was rude to Gary Berghoff, and he would just call him the kid, or he would just ignore him. And McLean Stevenson took him aside one day and went off on him, and they said, I don't care. And then because Cooper was friend with Gene Reynolds, he went and told Gene about it, and then they went off on McLean for standing up for Gary Berghoff. He said, no, Gary Berghoff's like the best actor on the show. It was like when it first started. And then after that, you didn't see Jackie Cooper ever come back as a director on the MASH.
Interesting. Wow.
But he did win I think he won an Emmy Award for his episode he directed. So they all got mad about that because he still won something. It was the only one they had won at the time.
I gotta say, man, the guy came out of the other end of the sausage grinder for being a child star, and like we saw him age out of being a cute kid. They just ran on Turner Classic Movies. I love this tangent, gentlemen.
We should do a British podcast instead of this one for Discovery.
Yeah. Well, there's TCM, Turner Classic Movies, did this. They reran When the Lion Roared, this 1993 documentary they made about MGM. And they show this great clip of Cooper giving praise to Mickey Rooney that he really was, and he was a really great actor. He became a very weird old man, but you got to give to him as a young man. And this is one of his pre-Andy Hardy, still young teenager roles, and it's him, Jackie Cooper, and Freddie Bartholomew. The scene they showed was just Cooper and bringing Wayne back in. the scene they were doing was just between Rooney and Jackie Cooper, and you see the acting difference, and you believe Rooney, and poor Jackie Cooper is kind of like out of his league at this point.
Yeah.
So good for transitioning to first of all, a successful adult actor.
Yeah.
Great Twilight Zone, Caesar and Me. No, that was Cliff Robertson. Pardon me. E1 if you're scoring at home. But no, People's Choice is sitcom and was a great TV director.
Didn't Freddie Bartholomew die in a pauper's grave?
I don't know. Don't smile after you're talking about poor Freddie Bartholomew. Didn't he die?
Did he die?
Look Lester, my friend. Try a little hard.
I'm pretty sure he did. I remember Freddie Bartholomew. Yeah, because he was in the Disney pictures. And what was he in Song of the South? Wasn't that him?
Oh, that I don't know. I don't think
he was a little kid.
I don't think so. No, I think he was older than that.
No, I think he got on the spike. I think he was on the heroin. Pretty sure Freddie Bartholomew.
All I know is he's in When the Lion Roared. That's 93.
Oh, he was alive for it?
Yeah.
Oh, I must be thinking about some other childhood actor.
Maybe another Little Rascal guy like Scotty Beckett, who was on those terrible Rocky Jones cheeseball 50s sci-fi movies.
No, I don't know what that is.
Mystery Science Theater. Check out Rocky Jones, and his sidekick's name is Winky, and Winky. It's Scotty. Yeah, and it's Scotty from the Little Rascals when Spanky was still a little kid. The International Silver String Submarine Band.
Winky's the name that we have for Wayne when he's not here. Like now, Winky just disappeared again. He just went go.
What are you gonna do?
So yeah, Star Trek was painful, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
I know.
I know. I actually sat there going, how much longer can it be before I cancel my Paramount?
Truly, Wayne. Truly, Mitch. I'm gonna call you Wayne until Wayne's back.
That's all right. Call me Winky.
Truly, Winky. I believe me. I'm like,
I can't wait. We got
to see it to the end, man. We have to.
But saying that,
this sucker down. But I'm just saying, the minute that last episode's on, cancel subscription because
you're not gonna wait a minute.
No more Lower Decks. They canceled that. Strange New Worlds ain't coming back until like probably January. So I'll save up the money for a while.
So you're not gonna you don't want to watch the Section 31 movie or
that
Lower Decks?
It's probably not gonna be until like Christmas. It's just a movie, right? It's a one-shot movie.
I have no idea what
they're hurting right now. Paramount's in the crapper because think about it. They got nothing. They got nothing.
Did you guys see that article I sent you guys?
Yes. Yeah. Well, but we've known Paramount's been on the sales block for months now.
Yeah.
And I guess the tough part is
finding a buyer.
Hold on. Is Sherry Redstone willing to negotiate the part of the deal where, the people that buy Paramount Studios need to buy all the theaters as well? And it's like, that's, hey, white elephant sale.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the problem. I think that's the big rub.
I mean, they don't even have Nicole Kidman walking through an empty theater. Those people, they got like Shirley Jones. Yeah. I think she's dead.
Shirley Jones still alive. Just on.
Apparently, I stand corrected. Warren was played by somebody named Sidney Kibrick, and he's still alive at 95. Well, who the hell is Gene Reynolds, buddy?
Look up Gene Reynolds, and I see. Unfortunately, our ombudsman Wayne is just rebooting his computer.
Wayne is lost in the time bubble thing there. That's all.
Having said all that, this was one of the better episodes this season.
I completely agree, and it's probably, to me, it's the best episode of the season.
Out of all four, it's the least sucky one.
Right. Hey, at this point,
so that's 25%. So if we're on a score at school, it got a 25 out of 100.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, there's still time to get a D.
No, seriously, six more to go.
I know. I'm sorry,
Bitch. Mirror. It should be okay because, like, I don't know how they could mess it up.
Oh, I disagree. It's gonna suck. They've only gotten worse. Listen, Mitch, I'll even cut them slack on the first season of Discovery in the Mirror Universe because it was fresh and borderline interesting. But every subsequent appearance of the Mirror Universe has sucked. They even did that Cirque du Soleil performance for Burnham in the second iteration. Go ahead. What's your?
Here's why it's going to be good, because Franco's going to be happy when Tilly puts on the leather corset again and goes to
Mistress
ordering people around with the S&M. By the way,
You're not wrong.
Did her hair change from the first episode till now? Was this big red Bernadette Peters thing going on, and now it's dark brown? And I don't know if they filmed this out of sequence or during.
I don't know. All I know is once again,
break. I don't know.
Back in time. So
further proof that there's no military protocol, because that would not apply. And also, by the way, so are we to assume then that Vernon's dreadlocks are extensions? Because none of the past Discovery crew like, oh, I love what you did with your hair, and it's like,
that's Space Rogaine. You could grow hair in an hour back then.
All right, maybe.
The only bald guy is Jean-Luc Picard. We don't not Everybody else got hair.
Choice, Mr. Data.
See, there you go.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be wearing a tube.
And what happened to Hal and Locke?
What's that?
Hal and Locke showed up and they killed some weird dude with like some broma seltzer in his mouth.
Mitch, I totally forgot about that.
That was the only part of the thing that connected to the overall arc. I was like, what is this? And it was over.
And they didn't show the time bug with them, which would have made more sense to go, it's okay. Like even a line from the girl to the guy, because I don't know which one.
She planted that on
yeah, but wasn't that in the episode? Wasn't that in the Trill episode that she planted her? Or was
she
it
planted it on her there? So then at the beginning of this episode, it jumped off her uniform.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I realized that, but I would have underlined it a bit more. That obviously
I think they just inserted it because they realized they had to try to tie it in. This, you know what this was? This was a filler episode. You know, on comic books,
I think Trill was too as a filler episode.
Yeah, they were like, oh, what do we got in the drawer? And here, just put something, wrap the idiot kids will buy anything.
What are you talking about? This whole season is a filler episode.
The whole show's a filler show. What are you talking about?
It's bad mystery box. It's so. I mean, I know that. I guess JJ really isn't involved anymore. Technically, I mean, it's Secret Hideout. Well, Secret Hideout is his company, and he technically, at least opened the door for Kurtzman and those guys because of working with JJ.
I think the first season he was more involved because it had almost like a theatrical, almost like a movie effect, and that's when they were still doing Star Trek Beyond, I believe.
They were still doing the lens flares.
They were. Yes, they were.
And then once the movies wrapped up, he moved on to Star Wars. I think he went to do the Skywalker thing.
That's right.
Yeah. And it's been on autopilot since. Here comes Winky.
Okay, so Agent Daniels has a question.
Doesn't miss a beat. Just keeps going.
Why are we questioning all the good work done by these people?
Thank you.
There you go.
That'd be awesome, by the way. If they were smart, Agent Daniels will be in the last episode of Discovery if he is indeed from the same century. But again, I doubt it because they're not that smart and they don't know stuff. So I don't know. But here, can I give you? This is my grunge theory. Whenever they solve the progenitor problem, it turns out that Grunge's race is part of the solution, and she is of the cat race, like Isis in the Gary 7 episode. Assignment Earth. Thank you, Mitch. I appreciate
that. Would be cool, but it's never going to happen because that's
right. Because again, it's too deep of a cut.
Yeah, I was going to say that's like me write my shit for the show. It doesn't happen that way because it's too.
I have one question. Who's Grunge?
They all wear flannel.
I'm like I think I'm stuck in a time loop. Which one's Grunge again?
Grunge is. Yeah, that's Book's cat.
Oh, that's what I thought, but I thought we were talking about a different character. Oh, okay.
No, that's Ensign Cobain you're thinking of. He's the grunge guy.
Yes. Hold on. There's a comment. Gene Reynolds' appearance in Our Gang's Washi Irony was as a football player. He was on a lot of other MGM shorts and movies. He played a ton of the younger versions of actors during his youth. Thank you, Carl. Well said. We got the smartest audience. Always.
I was going to say we know more about Gene Reynolds than we do about
the so smart. Why are they watching this series?
Exactly. Why are they wasting a Saturday night talking to us losers?
We're all Hey man, we're all Trek masochists. I get it.
Which means losers.
I don't need ganja for an addiction. I had the Star Trek addiction decades ago. And that is why I'm like, I have no choice. As I've said before on other episodes, hey, John, are you watching The West Wing while it's brand new? No, I really can't because Voyager's on at the same time. So I really got to watch Voyager. And I finally did watch West Wing, and it's an excellent show. But it's like, no, I can't. I can't not watch. I'm sorry.
You know what? That's why every night I look forward to my 2 episodes of Northern Exposure before I go to bed, because that's a good show. And
You're not finished? You're not finished?
I think I am done, but I just like staring at Janine Turner a lot, so I just
she was lovely. She's a beautiful woman.
Yes, she was. A little crazy nowadays, but back in the day, before we got the internet, we didn't know all their political stuff.
Cynthia Geary's lovely to look at.
She is. Yeah. Not that I look at people as sex objects, but I'll tell you, the guy that plays Walt, plays Walt is.
That's what I was going to say. To balance things, John Corbett is a lovely.
Peg Phillips, man, oh man.
John Corbett.
Kari, I apologize. It's Kari from Splash Pages. Welcome, Kari. I apologize. I have short eyeballs.
Oh,
the eye looks like
Splash Pages. They're good. They come to my show. I know them.
Oh, very nice. Of course, yeah. I talked to them.
They recorded the videos. Yes.
No, I was on their show recently. So
you were. I know. I watched it.
Yep. No, I really appreciate it, Carrie.
This looks like I have 2 little hands holding my head up there. I was like, look at that.
Yes, they do.
I'm trying to watch Discovery.
It's your version of Charlie Chaplin's shoe dance.
You know what these are? You know what these are?
I'm afraid to.
These are John Romita Sr.'s rulers.
Is that true?
This is true. I got these from his house. Mr. Romita, God rest his soul, gave them to me when I was over his house back in 2019. He said, "Here, I want you to have these," because I was a comic book artist, and we talked, and he gave me these. So
that's
these
huge.
Here. They have little tape marks. He used to draw these Spider-Man comic strips.
My buddy Steve
tape would put on that, so when he went to do the lines, it didn't go underneath it. So he had raised them up a bit. So there you go. Anyway,
when Brink Stevens did the auction of Dave's old stuff, my artist buddy who's going to be on Word Balloon on Monday, Steve Bryan, bought, I want to say like a dictionary or whatever, kind of book holder. That was Stevens on Stevens' desk and everything. So I think it's that. I'll ask him what he got. But that's cool. That's cool that Ramita himself gave that to you, Mitch. That's amazing.
Yes, they do. I draw them. I draw with them. So there you go. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. What other crap was on this week?
That's a good question. I'm behind on X-Men 97, I have to confess.
The week before was really good. If you saw that one about Gambit, that was a total surprise. I'm like, holy crap, I actually care about Gambit, which I never did.
Great series. Yeah.
He done dead. Mon ami. Hey, did you watch this Fallout thing?
I want to, though, yeah.
You know why it's good? Because Eric friggin' Estrada's on it. And Eric Estrada, you might know from Chips, but also as one of the guests at Terrificon, Connecticut's Terrificomic-Con. Oh, wait, it's over there. Happening August 16th to the 18th. Buy tickets now. It's not Ithacon, but it's just as good.
There you go.
There you go.
On
Shogun.
Yeah, Stanley wants to know. It's
fantastic.
I
still remember the old one.
I agree with Robert Burnett in saying that it's a Star Trek First Contact story, and it absolutely is, and that's pretty cool.
Shogun?
You could make Blackthorn James Kirk very easily.
They go to warp speed at the end?
No. It's all historically perfect, but if just like as I was telling my friend Mike North today, that the Doomsday Machine from the original series is essentially Moby Dick.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Well, that's fine.
It was one of the best episodes on that show. I love that episode.
I think it's my favorite original series episode.
Yep.
Gentlemen, I suggest you beam me aboard. Come on.
Didn't.
Exactly. Scotty in the Jeffries tube. Mr. Scott.
Yeah.
Try inverting.
Yeah. My friend that was in a band, we used to go bananas, oranges, bananas, oranges, and that's
who's celebrating 420 again today?
I don't know. Just saying. That was Steve
saying. I'm just saying.
He was a drummer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a radio guy out there, actually, in the Midwest. He's a DJ out there somewhere. Anyway, what other Star Trek crap happened?
I'm trying to think if I've read. No, I haven't read anything. I mean, they're pushing this Trek movie prequel, and again, I'll believe it when the cameras are actually rolling.
Wait, about the Starfleet Academy with young Kirk and all that stuff?
No. This is going to be set in. Well, we don't know, but it's going to be set.
A reboot, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, it's set in the. It's in the Kelvin universe, and it's decades before the first movie. Now, already there's a flaw. Why? All right, I'm going to throw it to the cast. Why is that premise flawed from day one? Other than it's sucky, there's an actual what should be in canon point that they seem to be missing.
Wasn't that the maiden voyage of the Enterprise?
Incorrect. Keep going.
Oh no, they built it.
Wait. Why they couldn't? What are you saying? Why they can't have a Starfleet Academy movie?
Why can't? No. Why can't you have a prequel?
Because they got together in the first movie.
The Kelvin universe. Yeah, Franco is basically right. The Kelvin universe was created by Nero and the Romulan ship going to that point in time.
Oh yeah,
and destroying the Kelvin. That's what created the split from the Prime universe to now the Kelvin universe.
But that was also the first flight of the Enterprise.
Later on, but that's not the incident that causes the Kelvin universe.
No,
the destruction. Well, so easy, but that's not it. It's easy.
Yeah, so what are they going to do? Are they going to go through each one of these characters before they come together? I don't understand.
No, it's decades before, but it's decades before, so they don't have to bring the Chris Pine cast back.
Right.
And I have no idea what kind of story it is, but it again, hey, here's a premise, and by the way, no actual financial backing has come through to support said premise. So now we're going to move on to another. Think of how many planned Star Trek 4s, if you count beyond a Star Trek 3 in the Kelvin universe, how many proposed Star Trek 4s we've had? At least 5. And this is ridiculous. Go ahead.
I was going to say, doesn't it, when the time splits in the Kelvin universe,
yes,
everything that happened before the time split is just the regular continuity. So
congratulations, son.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So, but I'm saying they're probably not even going to address that.
Yeah, but there's multiple
that's
universes.
How they're positioning
that's Marvel.
Can we start a whole new thing? Like, forget about all these and just start a whole new thing, like a new show, like the Orville, but better.
What?
I agree.
Hey, he said 4th season coming back, and someone mentioned
I have to admit,
celebrate that Strange New Worlds got renewed for a 4th season because it's the best Star Trek on, and kind of bittersweet, but in a weird way, Lower Decks has got canceled.
Yeah, well, at least we'll get one more season.
Oh wait, so they did do one more season?
Yes.
Yeah.
They said the next
season 5.
Season 5 coming up will be the last.
All right. So I can't cancel my Paramount yet. Damn it.
Sorry, man. I know. You, as Super Chicken used to say, you knew the job was dangerous when you took
Hey, man, 5 seasons of that show is a friggin' miracle. Let me just tell you, based on the first season, it's like, it ain't going to happen. But
I hear you, and I honestly, and this sounds like condescension, I give them a lot of credit as that show has improved every year. Every year.
It was.
And I actually enjoy it. I have to say. I mean, I certainly think it has a better batting average after 2 seasons of, Strange New Worlds. And granted, we've got 4 seasons of Lower Decks. But I do think the storytelling's better. Oh, yeah.
Strange New Worlds? I think Strange New Worlds' second season, I think behind the scenes, Anson Mount had a kid or something, and he wasn't on a lot.
Yeah.
And then they played up the other episodes. So.
That's an opportunity to explore the other characters, which I think they've done a reasonable job fleshing them out. But again, I thought there were only 3 good episodes last season. I thought the others were just middling. The laundry list. I can't stand Jim Kirk. I read an article, I think this last week, that Paul Wesley came into the audition much more Shatner-esque. And I don't know what that means. But they're like, all right, tone it down and give us some more natural read.
He overacted and stole
everybody's
scenes.
when he talked.
You know, if he would do a more direct, snap to it, mister, that kind of demeanor, I think you can channel that version of Shatner without it becoming an over-the-top Kevin
He's more
Pollak.
Jim Carrey than anything else.
Well, no, not really though, Mitch. I mean, that's a cute line. No. Hold on, I'm not letting you get away with that as a legitimate observation. If you're fucking around, that's fine. Pardon my f. But yeah.
Oh, you can do it. Oh, wait.
We're only allowed one per show. Come on.
I just said
like
pardon.
PG-13.
I did say pardon me. I lost control because
I
you're
thought Chris
making
Pine
the
actually
ridiculous claim.
good. Well,
You're making the claim that Jim Carrey's or that
He
Paul
physically he looks like Jim
well,
Carrey.
oh, you're right. I totally forgot about that, Mitch, because I was really thinking of like In Living Color, Carrey.
Oh, not like Fireman Bill stuff.
No. But you're right. In certain angles, certainly in that first episode, he really did look. Yeah, Mitch, I owe you an apology. I apologize.
Man. Oh, fuck that, John. All I gotta say is the disappointment with season 2 is they built up the whole trial of number 1. I thought it was gonna be a big deal, and it was like done, and you didn't even realize it was over. I'm like, that was it. That was all. Was.
Yeah, and, but like when Kirk was on trial, it was only one episode.
Yeah, but I thought it was gonna be. And actually, no, that's another weird thing. I thought the dynamic of this show was gonna be her, Pike, and Spock, and I've yet to see that happen. Really, I see Chapel playing a big part, but that's cool because I like Chapel.
No, you're right. You are right about that. Certainly, all the publicity photos because they were the characters that we all knew going into the new show.
Yeah,
I don't know, Mitch. I agree with you, but yeah, what are you gonna do? I mean, there's so many other things that I hate, including that episode. That episode was a massive disappointment because it was a straw man's argument.
I still don't like what they did with the Gorn. I think that's kind of like messing
the
up.
Worst.
Okay,
the worst.
So one of the things I've been thinking about while you guys have been jabbering here is why do I like Strange New Worlds is because the cast has chemistry.
Yep.
Discovery doesn't have chemistry, but they like to talk as if they do. Like, she's like, well, we all get together and we all know each other. That's why we can play off each other. But we don't. There's no chemistry whatsoever with this cast, and it just doesn't work for me. So go ahead.
I agree. Well, Mike is bringing up the potential of Paramount being acquired by somebody else. Sony, yes, is talking about it. Might explain why they're keeping budgets lean, looking for buyers. Yeah, Mike, I suppose, and maybe the financial problems were telegraphed to the producers prior to the production of this season. I don't think so. I think they just in general are looking for cost-cutting ways anyway. But no, it's interesting. And I mean, I really think for the longest time, I really felt Sony was the smartest player of the movie studios, not having a streaming channel and just licensing their stuff to everybody. For All Mankind is a Sony show, and it's on Apple.
That got picked up for another season.
So excited. And the spinoff that's going to show us. It's called Star City, and it's basically the history of what they've given us, but literally from the Russian perspective.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm thrilled. I don't know why, guys, as sci-fi nerds, the whole cosmonaut side of the space race fascinates the hell out of me. It really does. It always has. I mean, the sad stuff like failed missions and literally people being erased from history and stuff like that.
Those poor little dogs they sent up in space and burned up. It was terrible.
Yeah,
all those hot dogs that burned up in the atmosphere.
Stop.
Terrible.
You're talking about Lassie, for Christ's sake. Laika.
Not
Laika. Yes, I went up in this space.
Laika.
And Laika. I'm just saying.
AKA Cosmo, the dog in Guardians of the Galaxy. He didn't die.
But
he didn't die.
But you like Star Trek and space stuff? Gee, I wonder why.
Did you you were on, weren't you, Wayne, when I gave my grunge theory? Okay,
yeah.
I wanted to make sure because you disappeared on us a few times.
He's still thinking about it.
I like it.
No.
You blew.
Well, and again,
I did say that I thought Grudge would have an effect on it. That he would have been she would have been responsible, even though it's a he cat that's playing him. Her.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's two male cats that are playing the female cats. One of them's really nice,
very progressive,
and the other one's really nasty.
What was there like a behind the scenes thing, like a HBO?
Yeah, that's what
documentary?
the actor who plays Booker says. Man, there's the one cat you love him. He's a great guy, and there's that other cat you just don't want to go near him. He just has attitude.
It's like this show.
Stanley wants to know if any of us are going to C2E2. Why, yes, Stanley. In fact, we are. Myself and Francis will be there. Well, yeah.
I was trying to talk Mitch into going today.
I know.
He's like, he's got other things to do. Like,
No, I don't. Actually, I was just, we're weeding the garden next weekend. I said, oh, shit. I know.
Wow.
That's between monkey sex and weeding the garden, man. 30 years goes by like that.
If anyone's looking for me.
420 boys back.
Clearly, if anyone's looking for me at C2E2, I will either be hanging out at Franco's table or I have one panel. I have one panel Saturday afternoon, 4:45, the Svengoolie panel. And I'm always honored that I get to moderate the Svengoolie panel.
I like that guy.
He's a great guy, and he's incredibly loyal to me, which is crazy, but he does it. Mike Jones. Cosmonauts traveling into space with large caliber pistols, not to have space wars with astronauts, but because the common landing area in the USSR was Bear Country.
Is that true? Wow.
I trust Mike Jones.
On land.
Huh.
Yeah, they would always land on the ground. And then
he's there. He's spaceman. He's running.
One time the parachute didn't open. Those poor guys.
No, more than one time.
More
Did they
than
land
once?
on land? I didn't know that. They landed on
Oh, yeah, they always
land?
land on land.
Yeah, they never landed in ocean.
In my country, land on you. I wonder if Yakov Smirnoff did Jose Jimenez doing the astronaut character, and also Mel Brooks did a astronaut comedy routine back in the 2,000-year-old man era.
Mel Brooks, creator of Spaceballs,
love that guy,
starring Daphne Zuniga, who will be at Terrificon, Connecticut's Terrific Comic Con, happening August.
Oh my God!
17th. Look at that.
I'm sorry. No, sorry, everybody. I was going to say, I would love to meet Daphne Zuniga. Let's just say that.
You will. You'll be in the green room just like staring at her until I call security.
Yeah.
You and Chuck will be hanging back there. God knows.
No Mario, no live podcast this year at C2E2.
No. Should.
We're gonna recharge and try.
Will Artie be there?
Bigger and better, of course. A bigger and better show.
No. They're going to be busy eating 12 pounds of chocolate.
That's true.
Yeah, really.
We're
getting a Canadian chocolate care package.
When is the last episode of what the hell is the show? Discovery?
Don't ask me to do the math. I don't know.
No, seriously. I'm like, is it June?
I'll find out. Or Wayne will find out. One of us will.
Wayne will find out.
Get a calendar, Wayne.
After I get the hockey score update.
You're the best. You're the best ombudsman I've ever had, including radio. I truly. Much better than my producers back in my radio.
Fact checker. He's the fact checker, buddy. Look that up.
I don't know if I like you calling him that name.
Ombudsman?
Fact checker?
Yeah.
Why? That's what they call the guy on the radio station I'm on.
No, you could call him fact checker. Don't call him ombudsman.
That's the classier word.
Oh,
he deserves the classier word.
Don't
Don't make me get up.
I thought you were calling him something else.
All right.
What?
Anyway.
May 30th.
Is it?
And the last episode is called Life Itself.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be a real heady thing.
Oh, my God.
In the Trill episode, like, they really thought they were saying some profound stuff. And it was, just a notch above the checklist card of your top baseball, baseball card collection.
Can I give you a hug? No one's looking. What?
Yeah, that's a compelling love story. Yes,
get ready.
Not since the likes of Gabo and whoever.
This week is the Mira one, right?
Yeah.
Oh no!
You're all going to be in Chicago. Me and Wayne are going to do it by ourselves. We're going to take over.
Yeah, you feel free.
It'll be like a Mira episode.
It will be. We'll talk about Terrificon and all the guests that are going.
When don't we? I'm not against it. It always comes up, and rightfully so. I'm cool.
Kobe Smolt, Kobe, not Colby.
Love her.
She'll be at Terrificon.
No, that's awesome. The star of the aborted ABC series Stumptown.
That's right.
One season.
Was that
by
Greg
Rucka.
Rucka?
Absolutely, Greg Rucka, and oh god, I could see him in my head. The artist, I can't think of his name right now. Shame on me. Shame on me. No, it's not Sean. No, Sean was too busy with Ed creating their dynasty. Hey, by the way, I don't know if they announced it or not regarding Ed Brubaker, and if I say regarding Ed Brubaker, you guys might be able to put. Actually, I think they did announce it. I'll No, I can't do it. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Yeah, maybe. All right. If everyone in the chat knows what I'm talking about regarding what's happening with Ed Brubaker right now, feel free to pop it in. But and we'll see. And of course, you can look it up, and then maybe there is a Hollywood Reporter or a
Do
deadline.
you have any info on the reboot that's happening at DC? Are we done with Trek? Can we talk about
Absolute whatever it's called, or the event?
Annihilation? No, Marvel's doing something called Annihilation. I think it's Marvel.
I thought it was vampires.
Well, that's a side event. Yes, and that's Marvel.
That's Marvel, but no, DC's going to relaunch their whole world again. And Scott Snyder, I heard, is the architect behind it all. And Scott Snyder will be at.
I think yes, indeed, that's cool. Yeah, and that's all. I believe that Snyder is creating
Jesus Christ, man.
An ultimate universe for DC. I know. Jesus
He's
Christ.
so choked up about the next universe time.
Hey, everybody enjoy your lunch while you're listening to this.
Got a hairball.
Grunge is
a couple of clams in there, too.
Yeah.
Grunge is technically sending me a fur ball. Yes. All right, G. Corojo. Yes, I'm okay, my man. Thank you.
John was using an asbestos bong today. And it's
okay. All right. Matt Garcia has looked it up. I can say it. Brubaker is busy working on Criminal as a TV series for Amazon.
Oh, that's good.
Fantastic. Yes.
That's great.
I got that secondhand where Brubaker is currently hidden, pounding away on the scripts. So that's awesome.
May 6th, Godzilla -1 comes on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Because I still haven't seen
watch it. You finally can watch it.
So yes. Scott's reboot is called Absolute Comics.
Thank you. Yes. And that's the ultimate universe. But also there's an event that's starting with Wade in July that's going to lead to us, and it's the showdown with Amanda Waller.
Mark Wade will be.
It's true. I know this, Mitch. Seriously, like I would say, a good portion of my biggest friends in comics will be at Terrificon this year. Well, certainly my biggest friend Francis will be there.
I was going to say the three of us are going to be there. So
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
and Jim Lee and Charlie Cox, who I can't say that he's going to be there until June 16th. But I'm in a time bubble right now, so you don't know what's going on.
I love it.
Are you saying a spider crawled up you?
Yeah, right up my tuchus.
Nice.
Hey, easy.
Hey. Speaking of spiders, I went to see Spider-Man. Sony's showing all the Spider-Man movies every week because I don't know why, but they are. But the local theaters for $5. I went to see Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, and this week I'm going to go see Spider-Man 2 with Albert Molina as Doc Ock.
I like that movie, and I love Doc Ock's wife. No, Doc Ock's wife is the woman from Star Trek.
That's right.
The third Insurrection. I had to think.
Yes, that's right. She is. She fell in love with Jean-Luc Picard.
Donna something. I forget her name.
Donna Summers. Summers.
Yes, it is Donna Summer, the Queen of Disco.
That's right.
Okay.
Hello.
Would you
mind singing on the radio for me? What now?
Do it as Bob Hope.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Here's Donna Summer.
Shield's going to be on later on.
She's kind of wild.
Something else. Wow.
Well, I want to tell you, Dolores caught me in the back cloakroom with Donna Summer. I don't want to say.
So, Absolute Power leads into Absolute Comics.
Yes.
Wait, seriously?
Seriously. Absolute Power sees Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. More of a take on the Trinity of Evil led by Amanda Waller.
There you go.
Absolute Power is going to be at Free Comic Book Day special.
Oh, right. Which is in 2 weeks from today. Free Comic Book Day.
God, I can't believe it. Mario,
Is
thank
it
you
2
very
weeks
much.
from today?
Yeah, 2 weeks
Oh,
from
yeah.
today.
That's right.
So the week after
thank you. Like the way
C2E2, I got to be a free comic book day.
Oh yes, Johnny, that was one of your better interviews with Mr. Wade. I watched that one, and you and I talked about that.
Yeah, Mark is great.
The Roy Thomas controversy.
Certainly.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Mark, I've only become better friends of Mark through Franco and Artie because the three of them are so close, and it just managed to make me hang out with them at various dinners over the years and comic store hangouts and stuff. And yeah, it tickles me to death that Mark Wade is always happy to talk.
It was a very enlightening episode because I have firsthand experiences with some of the players involved in the Roy Thomas Wolverine controversy.
I wouldn't speak pridefully of that.
I'm not.
I'm kidding.
It's like saying I was in a car wreck back in 1996, which I was.
Kind of.
Yeah,
That explains quite a bit.
it does.
What have I seen? I have to confess, I've been too busy to watch anything new. I've been watching a lot of YouTube old stuff to find crazy stuff here and there. And I've got new such and such will not be seen tonight, so that we may bring you the following special program. So you'll see a couple of new ones of that in the rotation.
If
I
you
won't put there.
if you like lighthouses with ghost stories mixed in with 2001: A Space Odyssey, Beacon 23.
Oh, what's that?
Where's
on?
that streaming? Yeah,
That's on Amazon.
Amazon.
Oh, Beacon 23.
Yeah, it stars Lena Headey.
Oh,
Lovely.
from Terminator 2 and Game of Thrones fame. Yes.
Interesting. No, I always appreciate a good, would you say low budget but entertaining? Or would you...
You know what?
No, they spent the money. It's just that it's the one set.
Has anyone seen that Late Night with the Devil, whatever it is, with Dave DeSmalchin yet?
No.
A friend of mine just texted me and said you got to watch it. It's amazing.
Oh, remember we walked out of King Kong and I go, wait, that was playing here? Why didn't we go see that movie? So I want to go see that. But the problem is I keep going. By the time I go see it, it's probably going to be on TV. So why did I bother?
It's already streaming on Shudder.
Oh, it is? Oh, well, fuck.
Wow.
Yep. It's already streaming on Shudder. So.
And here I am paying $5 to go watch Spider-Man on the big screen because it's better when it's on a movie screen. That's why.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Would you go see Discovery on the big screen?
No.
No, but it's funny when Picard season 1 was being shown at the Chinese theater. Several of my LA friends were telling me, I don't know, man, it looks really great. And it's like, so maybe that format does make it easier on the eyes and a little more seductive than seeing it on a television monitor.
I would have gone and saw the Picard season 3 finale on a big screen. I would have paid that. Yeah,
that would have been interesting. And again, at least a better product than the first 3 episodes of Picard season 1. I don't know, man. I as I say every week, maybe I'll like the next one better. Maybe the Mirror Universe Disco episode's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe we'll get Mirror Rainer, and maybe there'll be some interesting wrinkle to Mirror Rainer, or not.
Do you think in your wildest dreams that they could have 6 stellar episodes that will totally change your mind about the last 5 years?
No. No.
Do you think the last episode they're going to go back to the 20?
Oh no, I think they'll stay in the future. I think
they'll stay in the future.
I think so.
Yeah.
You think she's going to become president of the Federation? I do.
Wow, I certainly hope not.
Oh no, it's there, buddy. Why
or
not?
Admiral Burnham.
No, the mummy guy. He's so bitter. You don't want his job. And the new guy with the freaky ears to become the new captain of the Discovery because he wants to be a captain. So they'll make him the captain. She becomes the Starfleet.
He'll get his own ship and he'll be able to mold his crew.
Absolutely. And Saru will die. You need to have one big valiant death. Mark it down, kiddies. Right here. We're taking bets right now. Right now. Why not?
Right. And the president of the Federation is appearing in Vegas this year. She's starting to do the tour.
Or at the Trek convention?
At the Trek show.
He'd probably be more entertaining if he was on stage singing like Liberace songs.
She's Cardassian, Trill.
Oh, that one, yeah.
With the spoon. She's got the smaller
You're so confused about this show, Mitch. You're so
Only
confused.
No, I'm not. I keep thinking it's the Admiral guy from the Mummy.
No,
movie.
he already showed up.
Okay,
He's
but
there.
what's his title?
I
He's
like
at Starfleet.
He's
right?
admiral. He's the head admiral of the Starfleet.
Starfleet. Yeah.
But then there's the president of the United
Oh
Federation.
yeah,
It's a woman. Yeah, it's a woman.
A woman.
Da woman. Thank you.
Not to be confused with the Vulcan or what are they called again? Nirvana.
Navar.
Navarians.
Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Yes. They stopped following Surak and now they follow Cobain.
What did you think of the nerve pinch in this episode?
But God, I'm glad you brought that up, Franco. I totally forgot about that. Rolled my eyes, sir. Rolled my eyes. Anybody could do. Data, I'll accept because he's got the pressure and he's got the kung fu grip. So with Data, I'll definitely accept it. But human beings doing the neck bench, no.
She grew up on Vulcan. Spock's her brother, man.
I think it's Vulcan's strength as much as the ability to find the right pressure point.
This is where I will disagree with you because there's certain martial art techniques that would allow such things to occur.
Actually, Wayne is right.
This is from our Omo Zama Bosman, man.
What belt do you have?
I have watched so many different types of martial art films that I can guarantee you that the touch
Kata does not count. Wayne.
Is that exactly?
Wait, Lambada, the Forbidden Dance?
Is it a Shaw Brothers trope?
Any of the Shaw Brothers, they're not tropes. They are
Golden Harvest.
Maybe in Canada, it could.
Yeah, maybe those are the Canadian cuts. Oh God! By the way, I had no idea this existed. I don't know if you guys did. In 2012, they released Stripes on a Blu-ray, and it had scenes that were extended that were not from the original cut.
Never heard that.
Never were in the original theatrical release. Mitch, it is so worth renting. There are two sequences, one really long sequence where, let's see, I want to do all right. It's after the basic training and Bill Murray's going through the mud. Put your butt down, soldier. So right after that, they cut to Harold Ramis and Bill Murray. And Harold's just like, you got to get me out of here, man. Seriously, I'm going nuts. So they go to relax in a giant transport plane. And Ziski thinks he's taking, I'm sorry, I don't mean to spoil, but Ziski thinks he's taking Dramamine. It ends up being LSD. So he's flying his balls off. And they go to this secret mission in Central America with a troop of like Green Berets or whatever. And it's not great, but it is interesting. And honestly, I was watching that before we went on, and it was blowing my mind. You can rent it on Amazon for $5.
I'm looking it up now. By the way, speaking of Chicago and Bill Murray and crew, I am now listening on Audible, The Blues Brothers, an epic something history of John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd by Daniel Device. I don't know who he is, but it's telling me all about Chicago and the Second City and all that jazz.
Interesting.
I thought I knew everything there was to know about Saturday Night Live and the Blues Brothers, but no, you get to find out a lot more stuff here. So
maybe I'll read it
if anyone's looking to find out about John Belushi.
I've been reading a biography of Nat Hiken, the man who created the Sergeant Bilko show and Car 54, Where Are You? Among other interesting projects over the years, including Old Time Radio. And I'm always fascinated by a good history of a comedy writer. And this is really, I'm enjoying it. I haven't even reached the part where the Bilko show has started. I'm still in the early 50s. And he had a very interesting career.
I started reading Rom tonight.
There you go.
I've never read it before.
Really?
Yeah. I've just
I read it back in the day. Yeah. Bill Mantlo. And
there's also
Micronauts.
I've read. The Micronauts.
2 Bill Mantlos. Look at you. It's a Bill Mantlo double feature.
That's right.
I love it.
He took all those jobs. I was talking about him this week because people said he was kind of a hack writer. I go, no.
Not at all.
He was doing the Hulk.
I was going to say, I like this Hulk run. Absolutely.
Yeah. Poor Bill. He's still with us, but not really with us. But
Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah. He had an accident.
That with, Magnola.
He did. And Keith Giffen was involved in that.
In the Marvel magazine and the miniseries with Mike.
Yes, Santana issue 8, I believe it is.
7.
7.
Marvel Preview number 7.
I got a Rocket Raccoon figure signed by Keith somewhere.
I got
Really?
a Lucky Raccoon drawing by Keith somewhere.
Cool.
Yeah, he did it when he was at my Bridgeport show.
I loved Scotty Young's run on Rocket Raccoon. I forget the name of the artist. He didn't draw the interiors, but it was a really good Rocket Raccoon. Oh my God! Wait a minute. Could Scotty Young possibly be coming?
Scotty Young is coming to Terrificon on August 16th to the 18th in Connecticut at the Mohegan Sun, along with a lot of other people. You should too. I think we should have a drink contest every time I present it.
It's your best killer lineup.
It
so
is.
far. It really
Well,
is.
how am I going to top next year? I don't know. You know what it is? I think it was being away from San Diego helped a lot. But hey, next year I'm back in the thick of it again. So I don't know. But I already have guests for next year, believe it or not.
I believe it.
Because I got no room in the inn. I literally have no physical room. I was telling Franco today about some guests that called, and I said, listen, I love you, but I don't know where the hell I'm going to put you. I got to get levels like Kramer on Seinfeld. I got to do
You
levels.
should. Like
Mike Grell.
Like a
Mike
PBS
Grell will not be here this year. He'll be here next year because I got no room for him. I told him. I said, hey, Mike.
You should expand into 2 locations at the same time. You should get that conference room that you used to have, the old
I
one.
used to have, yeah, where I did GamerCon, yeah. Jim Shooter will not be here this year, but he'll be here next year. So there you go.
That's great, man. I look forward to another conversation with
No, he wanted it. I love Jim Shooter. He wanted to come and he saw me and I said, but you're already booked for another show. He goes, I am? And then I told him, he's like, God damn it. So
wow.
Yes,
No, he's great.
Nice guy. Yes,
he's
very controversial, but I've had no problem with him. And as I told many of my friends, some of the greatest Marvel stories happened under his regime. So that's when I grew up in the 80s with Frank Miller.
You can't deny his history as creator credit is such a big subject this spring. You have to admit, Jim Shooter created a lot of interesting stuff.
I would love to hear him. I never heard him take credit for any character.
Well, certainly Secret Wars was his concept.
Well, the Beyonder, yeah.
Yeah, well, and yes, coming from Secret Wars, but I would say that concept. Well, yeah, of course. You know,
that's a bit
I gotta be
honest. Who wrote it, John?
Which?
A Shooter wrote the story, so I mean, it's a little different if he created the character. He wrote it, not just I was in a room and said, call him the Beyonder, you know, that type of thing.
Oh, no, I realize that. But no, I think the event, much like Crisis, is a significant 80s event that happened. And
absolutely. I remember there was no comic store near me, so I was getting those books through the mail. Sure. And I couldn't wait for that package to show up because I wanted to read the next installment.
And you guys go even further back when he was just a kid writing Legion.
Yeah, 13 years old. He was sending stuff to
100%.
Yeah,
100%. No,
and those are good Legion stories.
Like I know
they're among the best Silver Age Legion stories. Yes.
Did you ever hear how Mort treated him? God, what a dick that guy was.
Yeah, he talked about it on.
Oh God.
You know. Yeah, and
he was a kid. He was just cursing him out and you swearing at him. I'm like, oh, what are you on the Word Balloon podcast? Come on.
Yeah, really. Yeah. No, it's
amazing. You know what he does? He's a good work ethic. He grew up in Pittsburgh, so he knew the value of a dollar. Not a very wealthy family, very blue collar. So
he had to be the breadwinner for a while.
Exactly. And that's what I tell a lot of people when they go, oh, he was mean. I go, let me just tell you guys never had a real job. They go, what? I go, if you ever worked for somebody and you had to get your stuff done, you did it. You didn't sit there and go, oh, I don't want to do it. It's like, no, you want to get paid. Well, you got to do your job.
To bring it back to Voyager again, it's this level of, I'm going to speak my mind. And it's like, where is the protocol? I'm sorry. I understand.
Discovery.
What did I say? Forgive me.
I said Voyager. Voyager was a good show.
Yes, you're right. Voyager was a good, man, my brain. I'm telling you, 420. Yeah, Discovery, there is no protocol. And I don't think they want to say that Starfleet is a military operation. And they could make it as benign as the Coast Guard. But Coast Guard is still military.
Then why do they have phasers, John?
Well, that's a good question, Mitch. Honestly, I agree with you.
And that photon torpedoes.
Honestly, hopefully, I'm moderating a talk with Ethan Peck if he's doing a panel or not.
Yes, he will be doing a Peck at.
And I hope I get the opportunity.
He'll be doing a Peck at Terrificon. He'll be doing a panel. Peck a panel. How much panels could Ethan Peck pick?
Panel.
Pick up.
But I would
Yes,
ask.
Ron.
I would like to ask you, and actually, perhaps Cecilia. Is it Cecilia? Pardon me. What's her name?
Celia. Why
Or
did you
Celia.
say
Oh,
that?
Celia.
Celia Rose Gooding. Well,
Okay.
hell, you could ask Walter Koenig.
Koenig.
Because
Well,
I say Koenig too, but people have corrected me. See, I
Walter
worked at a art
Koenig.
store called Koenig's. That was Koenig's Art Emporium. I worked there, but they're saying it's Koenig. So
I believe Walter Koenig would say that yes, Starfleet, of course, is a military, operation. I think it's the new Trek people that don't like that connotation, including the creators.
Call it Starfleet.
What's that?
Then don't call it Starfleet.
Well, you could have a fleet of dinghies or whatever.
Well, it's
What?
Star Armada then.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
You know, it's a good name for a show.
It's just a group
Ready?
of ships. Go
Ready?
ahead.
Get the trademark out. Starmada. Starmada.
Okay.
Get on that, Franco. Right
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Yeah, we're gonna run that up the flagpole and see who shoots it down.
And I'm going to wait till you're all dead, and I'll claim it as my idea.
You know, Canadians have a different copyright thing. They don't really get into it. They just hit you with back bacon. You know who's a nice Canadian? I'll tell you that David Hayter, who was the screenwriter of X-Men 1, 2, and the Watchmen movie, who was just at CT GamerCon. Actually, I don't have that poster, but
he's not. Is he coming back or no?
No, he was just at my show last week, and I interviewed him in this panel, which is on one of those splash pages things sooner or later. But very nice guy and voice of a video game character. But I finally found out why there's no squid at the end of the Watchmen movie. After all these years, I asked the man himself who wrote the story. They dropped the script off. The squid was in the end of the movie. And he dropped the script off on September 10th, 2001. And then the next day, September 11th happened. And they go, holy crap, we can't do this to New York with a big squid. It'll be like, whistling in a graveyard. It doesn't sound right to do it. I'm like, but you still nuked it. But they took the squid out of the story, and that's that.
Yeah,
because
it was horrible on 9/11 when the squid attacked the Twin Towers. Like
that's what he said. I'm like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Anyway, he did watch the Watchmen show on HBO, the sequel. Said it was very good, and he did talk to Alan Moore, which I was amazed. He said, "Oh no," he called him up. And Alan Moore said he bears no malice to him because he's just doing his job. It's not him. Alan Moore's beef, I guess, is more with DC because of the way the Evergreen printing it. Yeah, so he can't get the rights back to his story because they'll never get that book out of print, which is true.
It's Moby Dick.
They teach in colleges, for God's sakes, in high school.
Right. Well, and it was named one of Time Magazine's 100 greatest books of the century.
Correct.
When that actually mattered. So yeah. No, and it sucks. And I mean, I've Dave Gibbons has never given me a response beyond his poker face, and not rude at all, but a very benign. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And I don't. I have to think back because he released his autobiography. I don't know if he will admit any sort of that sucks or whatever response. But only very obvious, and that's great. I don't blame him. It's too bad. But I also don't blame DC.
I thought Alan signed over his royalties to Dave.
He did.
He did. Yep. Yeah, and he did the same thing with V for Vendetta to David Lloyd.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It wasn't the royalties, as I understand it. It's the movie money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perhaps
he does own. He owns League of Extraordinary Gentlemen movie rights, I believe. I think. Or did he give those to Kevin Neal, the artist?
I'm not certain. That I don't remember. But
Wardway was telling me the other day about it.
I do believe Moore does receive his royalties from the publication.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I believe that's the case.
Oh, speaking of Scott Dunbier has moved on from IDW.
Oh.
He was the editor on the Tom Strong. Was it Tom Strong? Was that the Alan Moore stuff?
Yeah, America's Best stuff.
America's,
the Wildstorm stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Wildstorm too. Yeah, he's doing his own thing now.
Yeah, I know, and I wish him luck. He's a great guy, and I've loved the artist editions that he supervised at IDW and the comic strip stuff that he did.
Do you think those will go away now?
What's that?
You think those will go away now? The artist editions?
No, I don't think so. I think they'll be transferred to another editor. I would assume, but I could be wrong.
I hope.
Scott's going to do a panel on Friday during San Diego to talk about what his new endeavor is going to be.
Oh, wow.
Will he be at San Diego doing it, or will he be doing it independent of San Diego?
No, he's doing it at San Diego.
Okay.
Because Scott and I were talking, and he's going to be doing a panel. He said, "Make sure you show up." Wayne said, "Okay."
Cool.
Scott Dunbeer will not be at Terrificon on August 16th
right.
because I got no room.
No room in the
Oh,
inn.
that's interesting. Jikuro, who says Dave hasn't received any movie money from Moore, according to Confabulation. I believe that was the name of Dave's autobiography. I tend to be skeptical of what Moore says after reading some of Gibbons' autobiography. Yeah, but that's again, listen, I'm not here to judge Alan Moore. Only praise him. But yeah, it's a complicated relationship, and it doesn't help that one guy was cooperative with DC while the other one wasn't. And again, take that
One
any
of
way
the
you want.
best Superman stories you will ever read.
Yep.
The annual, the Mongol story.
Yeah.
For the man who has everything. Yep.
Oh my God, that is
one of the best. Absolutely, man.
He understood the character.
Yes.
Any Superman casting news you want to talk about? Speaking of Superman,
feel free.
They cast Pa Kent.
Yeah. And
Martha. Oh my God! I'm like, why? What's the matter with it? I don't know who the
and
actor
Martha.
is.
Why'd you say that name?
He's got a Hoyt. He's kind of a Hoyt Axton quality too.
Yeah.
Not hearing his voice. He's big burly dude.
And Ma Kent too.
Yeah. Whatever. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Well, again, I get it in terms of this drip of meaningless news, but I have to admit it annoys me more than God. I can't wait. It's like, will you shut up and just make the goddamn movie, please? So I don't know.
Peacemaker 2, I believe, is going in production as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Saw that. They got new characters coming in.
So does that mean that James Gunn is not going to be writing and directing those because he's doing the Superman stuff, basically?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I saw his wife getting in shape for the filming of it. She's like getting ready for Peacemaker 2.
What part does she play in it?
She's the head of the Waller thing.
Is that her, Wayne?
That's Martha. That's Martha.
Hold on. I'm bringing him back up. Hold on a minute.
Neva Howell.
Is it there? Nope. Sorry.
Oh my God. That's
sorry.
Can't.
I know. Sorry.
Get out of me.
Shoot. Hold on. There.
Always remember Clark.
I can only see you. I can still see you, Johnny. I can.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry. Whoa. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what James Gunn looks like.
Okay.
And then you get Jonathan.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I've seen that guy before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say I saw him on Galactica. I bet he's a Canadian actor.
It was Mark from the comic shop for a minute.
And Sean is Maxwell Lord.
Yes, I know. He told us. Well, I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh, Sean Gunn is Maxwell Lord?
Yeah.
Knew about that last year.
Great. Make your limo on time.
Don't get into that.
I just did, and that's all I'm going to say.
Oh man.
I'm sorry that did not that was, and it's no fault of the shows whatsoever. The fault, dear Brutus, lies within the stars, and fault lies within ourselves.
Oh, I
love that song.
Otis. Here's another thing. What people are getting mad about Otis and stuff. Otis is a movie character. That's not a comic character. So what's the big deal?
Well, again, kids don't know.
They don't. And then Miss Tessmacher, I had somebody going off about that. I go, bro, Miss Tessmacher wasn't in the comics. That's a movie thing. So
did they finally put her in, Wayne?
They did. They brought her into the cartoons and stuff. And
she was in the cartoon.
Yeah, but originally that
was it in the cartoon? Wasn't she like the bodyguard?
No, that was Mercy.
Oh no, that was Mercy Graves.
That's right, Mercy. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was one recently where they had Miss Tessmacher in it because I was
Supergirl.
Yes,
Supergirl had Tessmacher, Miss Tessmacher.
There you go. So Valerie Perrine, who's still with us, one of the few I think from the original Superman. Jack Halloran, Sarah Douglas, and I think that's and the Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, and the guy. Did you say and Terrence Stamp?
None. Oh yeah, Terrence Stamp. Yeah,
all three of them. Yeah.
I think he's not well though. from what I heard. But anyway.
Well, I'm so casual. I'm actually eating a pretzel while we're talking.
Marvel's got a bunch of stuff coming out. They're back to like the 50 movies a year again. They released their schedule. I'm like, oh, I thought we learned our lesson with that, but no.
Why? What's
Well,
new
you
that's
got-
been announced?
Well, Cap comes out next February, and then Fantastic Four, of course, is July. What's the other one that's coming out? There was like 4. I was like, Jesus.
Thunderbolts.
Christ.
Where's Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts is coming
Thunderbolts
out
is
in
one,
May 5th. That's the Free Comic Day movie next year. Is Thunderbolts, and then there's another one in the fall. I was like, wow, 4 movies in 1 year.
Wow.
Why are we doing that again?
And it's just Deadpool. It's just Deadpool this year, right?
This year, yeah, but back next year they're full. I thought Disney said they're going to do more quality than quantity, not go
So did
nuts.
Maybe
Whatever.
they are quality.
We don't know. We'll see.
I just want to see Roy Kent as Hercules.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Greg Goldstein from or whatever his name. Not Greg Goldstein. Close though.
Yeah.
Greg Goldstein. I think maybe
It's
Greg
Goldstein. Yeah.
Yeah, but from Ted Lasso. Yeah. Oi, I'm Hercules. I can't wait. It's gonna be fantastic.
Is it Bruce?
What's that?
I'm trying to think of his first name. Now you got me going.
No, it's a G. It's a double G, I believe. I'm reasonable, or maybe it is Brent Goldstein.
Yes, Brett Goldstein.
Thank you.
There you go.
Okay.
Roy Kent.
Thunderbolts, May 5th, 2025.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, July 25th, 2025. Blade, November 7th,
That's
2025.
it. Blade is coming out. Yeah.
Avengers, The Kang Dynasty, May 1st, 2026.
There you go.
Yeah.
Avengers, Secret Wars, May 7th, 2027.
Wow.
And then we got X-Men in there somewhere. We're gonna have to reboot that thing.
Well, unless they show up in I bet they're going to show up in Secret War.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
and then the Batman. Oh, and the Joker trailer. Did we ever talk about that? That's out.
No, I haven't watched it, and I don't know how I feel about movie 2 being
Lady
a musical.
Gaga.
We'll see.
Lady Gaga.
Well, no, actually, I don't mind the casting of Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. I think that's interesting, and she's proven herself as an actress.
Whatever happened to that Green Lantern HBO series? That done? That never.
No, still in production.
Really? Wow.
Well, that's part. I don't know about the HBO one, but I know that's part of James Gunn's agenda.
Oh, okay. And then there was supposed to be some kind of creature commando thing coming on this year.
That'll be the first thing, and it's next year. Yeah.
That's animated.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But yeah, that's the first thing.
Because somebody was talking to me how there's not a lot of DC comics at the shops every week. You know, there's like less and less titles. I go, well, if they're going to reboot, they probably let's wind down some of these books before we start it again, I guess.
Yeah, do we need 6 Batman titles? They would say yes, and literally just Batman. I don't mean the
pretty much every week. I laugh about it when I walk in there. It's either Batman or a Batman related character like Nightwing, Catwoman, or Harley.
Yeah, but
you know.
Well, that's been the case for 30 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, like Batman, Gotham Knight, but that said, Batman Dark Age, Mark Russell, and the Batman thing that Jurgens and Perkins are doing are both outstanding. Outstanding.
And World's Finest is still good with Mr. Wade.
Well, and Chip's still killing it on the regular Batman title, and Ram V is still killing it on Detective. So yeah, great stuff.
Batman Off World.
Yeah, that's
I haven't read that yet. I got to read.
I haven't read it.
No, then there's another one that I'm waiting for.
Is that Jason Aaron?
Yes,
I think that is.
Jason Aaron does the Off World one. Yeah.
By the way, I'm talking to Jason Wednesday night.
You know who's gonna be?
Yes,
Jason Aaron, right there, Terrificon. He'll be there too.
Absolutely.
You know who won't be there?
Who?
Jack Kirby, because he's dead.
Oh my gosh! But you got to say with a smile.
Dead.
You got to, yeah.
You know who won't be at Terrificon? Actually, I take that back. I've had dead comic creators at the show.
Oh, that's right.
I've had Mark Grunwald at the show.
Yeah, you did.
Maybe Paul Kupferberg can bring his brother Alan's ashes to the show.
Oh, that'd be terrible. Oh my God.
He's got them. I've seen them.
I'm sure. Of course he has them.
He has some of Steve Gerber's too. I don't know why, but he does.
When the talk turns to death, I used to love making sandcastles with my grandfather, but then My grandmother said to put him back on the mantle. It's awful. Awful.
Oh, good dad joke.
So warped, man. Ah, my eye. Oh,
Any other TV or film news that we could wrap? If not,
Rebel Moon 2 came out Friday. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I was gonna watch it this weekend, but John called me up and told me to watch Discovery instead.
Sorry,
Bad Batch wraps up soon.
Yep.
And then the Tales of the Jedi start or something.
Bad Batch is really dark this season.
Yeah. We should turn up the brightness on your TV.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, yeah, like this, yeah.
Hey, it's great.
Are we done?
Bobby Boucher.
I have the trail inside me. I know what's happening.
All right.
You paid the foosball.
Wait, do your Anthony Rapp. Come on, do your Anthony Rapp impression, Wayne.
Hi.
Everybody, get out of the engineering room. There's a leak. There's mushrooms going to grow in your eyes.
Yeah, that's the other thing that bothered me. Yeah, like I'm surprised that they don't know that's a real thing. Like, come on.
Really? What kind of engineering people are these? That's what I'm like. And then they bumped into Jet. What's her name? Jet Reno?
Jet.
I know
Reno.
her name.
Oh yeah, Jet Reno.
Yeah, she's cool. I like Tug. See, why do I know her? Is it the actor? That's the reason why? Because she hasn't been on that many episodes.
But she's memorable.
But I'm thinking it's maybe, no offense to the actors, but maybe it is the personality that comes through,
Well,
I think so. Yep.
If I may, regarding Tig Notaro, and I'm sorry, I want to like her because on the one hand, I respect her. I don't give an F attitude in her stand-up and as Jet Reno. But unfortunately, her delivery of said persona is so off-putting to me that it's like, well, then why should I give an F if you don't give an F?
No, but she's got enough charisma that you whether you like her or don't like her, she stands out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like her.
She stands out. Well, that's great, Wayne. But
I'm just saying none of the what's in it? The shaved head lady with the implants?
Detmer. Her I know. Her I remember.
Again, she had that one episode where they were like flying the shuttle and stuff, and that could have been a breakthrough episode. All you need is like one.
Yeah, but she's the one who cracked during I gotta remember the third season when they're all having the dinner and Burnham's there. But of course, what's the subject at dinner? Burnham, and she kind of has the nervous breakdown in that episode as well.
No, but Carol Kane, I can't think of her name, but I know she's a Russian name, isn't it? On the
that reminds me.
What?
They've obviously said Scotty's going to be on Stranger World.
I saw that.
And it's like, oh, great. So Carol Kane got 4 episodes and she's gone already.
Well, she really didn't do much, buddy. I mean, she's a good actress.
Maybe Scotty could have been under her or something.
And again, I understand what an underuse of such a great, talented actress. And also, literally, it's like, okay, so basically was she a guest star for one season? And now we're going to shoehorn Scotty in? I imagine that's going to be the first episode of season 3. Is, Scotty's here, so I don't have to be here anymore. Whatever.
I know Ortega's flies the ship.
Thank you, Carrie.
I had to look up what I wrote to you guys today when I was talking about Detmer because I couldn't remember her name. And I said, the redhead on the bridge with a half a hairhead.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Yep. That's
all right.
Great show.
Yes. Thank you all for watching. Jamar and Artie, thank you for stopping in. And you're all invited back next week for this locality. Although we're going to be off next week because of C2E2.
Because Artie's not at this year's show. He'll be at C2E2 next week in Chicago.
As will Franco and myself. Yes, everybody. So going to do a word balloon on 2 of them actually on Monday. Steve Bryant is going to come on at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And then 9:30 Eastern time, I'm going to have Sanford Green back on the show. So that's going to be great. He's going to talk about that new Dr. Doom series that he's doing with Johnny Hickman. So that'll be a lot of fun, among other things. So join us then. Until next time, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. And stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy.